The A's got decent starting pitching versus the Reds for the first two games, but the bullpen continues to give up runs, and they ruined some really good outings in this series. And it's just in time for the bats to disappear again, too. We're looking at 100 losses, my friends, and we have some things we got to chat about. I'm almost done yelling, but we're going to chat today on The Habit Hunter. And that one. All righty. Hello. And what is up, A's faithful? If you are still watching content about the Athletics, you are true believers that there's something in the future. It's going to be a very distant future. But you are the best of A's fandom. Welcome to the Habit Hunter, A's podcast, and the House Always Wins Media Network. I'm Tim Burns. You can call me Hobbs. I'm a sports writer. Covers the Athletics for the guys at Mid-Valley Sports out of Los Angeles, where I cover the amazing A's as well as of this week, the entire NFL desk. You can find me at Sacktown A's Fans for Life on X if I'm conscious, because I'm covering two sports. And this, the Habit Hunter podcast. Habit Hunter gives you an old school analysis at the conclusion of every series. We identify problems A's players might be developing, and we talk about them. We argue about them, and we look for some solutions. We toss them in the atmosphere and see what sticks, see what doesn't. We analyze moves the front office and manager make, and we hawk them to make sure they're doing things right. We give our team flowers when they do well, and from time to time, we still have our moments. Remember to give our show a like and subscribe to the network, because it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And it don't cost nothing. Boney, our network guru, has built a network of shows created by A's fanatics from Brooklyn to the Bay Area. Great shows, a lot of them. Shows that bring knowledge in the heart of true A's fans like you. So go surf the network, get your fill of A's content, but do it after my show, okay? A's had close games, but lost yet another series, got swept. This time, it's the Reds. That sucks. So let's get into it. Let's get into this. And it's deja vu and bad things. We got swept again. Series started off Tuesday, like they usually do, with a loss. Obviously, if we were swept, we lost all three. 5-4. And these series losses come down to just more bullpen meltdowns, because first two games looked pretty good, I'll be honest with you. But after this series opener, 13 series openers won in 37 tries. That is not the way to start a series. You're already started down 0-1. You can just hope that you're going to get one out of the next two. So we're swept again. Kotze's comfy warm, snuggling in the dugout, looking at his iPad or tablet or whatever the hell he looks at. But the A's were busy. We're going to talk about this first, between series. We talked about Colby Thomas the last two series, saying he needed consistent ABs and AAA. And he was demoted hours after my last show posted. Well, the A's traded him to Philly before the Reds series for right-handed pitcher Seth Johnson. And he was activated for the series, and he played today. Not great, but he fits right in, and I'll explain why a little bit later. I glanced at his numbers, and like I said, he should fit right in. 5.51 ERA and 16 appearances. His whip's 1.78, and for those of you who don't know, that's walks and hits, and he's pitched. So 1.78 is very high, and that sounds like a typical A's bullpen. So A's also recalled Max Muncy, infielder, and JT Ginn, who started the opener and had a decent return to the team. Nick Kurtz, he went back to 10-day IL. The guy hurt. It's basically the same injury again, right thumb injury. And I have a feeling, and nobody's really saying this yet, but I have a feeling we've seen the last of him this season. Why don't you just go take care of that? Get him surgery. Get Wilson surgery. We suck. We just got swept again, Anyway, Jeffrey Springs also down 15-day IL with hip discomfort. I don't know what to make of that dude because you don't see what's going on. You just see the bad games, and then he says, ow. I don't know. Ben Bowden, he was DFA'd. He was the DFA victim of the series. It's nice of him to stop by, don't you think? I mean, what a history of burying pitchers in their own bad outings. They either get DFA, they get optioned. I mean, let's think about this. If you don't believe me, last series it was Luis Morales, who was brought up and hung out to dry. I think that was his third time doing that. Well, I guess we can't call the first time through because, he started up. July 27th, it was Jeff Hartley. July 23rd, it was Junior Tur. All these guys just pummeled in their outings and just left out there, even brought back after being shelled. Brought back for another inning because they're just like, why not? We're already losing. And just killing these guys' ERAs, and then they just get shoved down. So it was Junior Tur then. Then back on the 15th, it was Mason Barnett. They actually did it to Cade Morris. You guys saw that. That hurts. But do you see the pattern? On the 3rd, it was Hartley the first time. And, it kind of started to snowball like this in July. As people got hurt or whatever. And it was just, I think he's stuck in that rut, and he's just killing confidence. And Bowden was just another reliever shredded by major league bats, dumped after the series. He's basically, it's criminal. He's the next Gotze victim. There'll be another one after this series. I'm not sure who. Maybe Seth Johnson will go back down. As for the A's opener, A's started off rough. Tyler Soderstrom walked. He took advantage of an automatic violation, the timer violation, but Butler and Wilson both struck out. I was looking at Ginn's return from IL, and he looked strong. Now, he gave up back-to-back singles to Sal Stewart and J.J. Bleday, so there was a bit of turbulence right off the bat. But he went 6 innings, so it tells you he settled in. So after the back-to-back singles, he did get Tyler Stevenson to hit into a double play and end the threat. Typical 6-4-3. It's exactly what you want from Ginn, and it was good to see. In the second at the plate for the A's, Jeff McNeil led off the second with a single, which was nice. He stayed hot, and of course, he went over in the middle game, but he didn't play in the finale. It's like, come on, man, that's the guy that's batting 400 in the last 15 games. Why are you sitting there, man? Just stupid. But again, strikeouts. Tommy White, Carlos Cortez, both whiff. And look at that, man. How hard is Cortez falling out? I wrote a little asterisk, and you know what asterisks mean. I'm going to get a T-shirt. Asterisks mean bad stuff. Tim's pissed. This is what I wrote. I wasn't pissed, but I was like, he looks as comfortable as fuck at the plate. And if you're a regular to our show, I lay that at Kotze's feet. Dude is batting 400 after 6 weeks, and Kot decides to platoon him. Here and there, lefties, righties, even though the guy's batting 400 for a career against lefties, whatever. Didn't trust him, whatever. Platooned him, and this is what we get. We get an awkward 3-pitch strikeout. How far that man has fallen. He looked confused. And at the beginning of the year, I was saying he had some of the best at-bats I had ever seen. Like, he was just, he knew what he wanted to do. It's just a travesty. Ginn had a great second, 1-2-3 on 12 pitches with this first K. Fantastic. We're going to go over 1-2-3s because on both sides of the plate, we did well and we sucked. And we'll go over it with 1-2-3 innings. A's at the plate in the third. Law Dog had a 4-pitch walk, and I love seeing that because that means Law Dog's seeing the ball better, or the pitcher sucks. But I'll err on the side of Law Dog. He's our leader. He's our fearless leader now, right? But Jay Willie hit into a double play. He killed my vibe. That sucked. Ginn, he was at 22 pitches going into the third. I put a smiley face on there, so that's a good thing. Nicely done, considering he's just off IL. Going into the third at 22 pitches, he had another 1, 2, 3 inning with another strikeout in the third. So he was just cruising along. Those first two back-to-back singles, come on, he was just getting settled. In the fourth, A's finally break through, and this is where we like it. We're going to take a break. Sorry, my stomach gets a little tight. The medicines kind of mess with my stomach a little bit. That settles it. Anyway, Sodi opens with his 25th double of the year, and McNeil continues his hot streak, which is why it's stupid you sat him today. You sat him today, right? You sat him today. McNeil, he has an RBI single. It's a 1-0 lead. Tommy White stops the rally with what? Another double play. We've got a lot of those, and I'll give you the total of those later. And we needed that to be more than one run. And it was like today, the same thing. Butler double played, and it was like we had 5 straight guys aboard. It was just, come on, man. That's at least one run or 1 out instead of 2. But when we got this run, Jenny's enthusiasm was completely zero. It was just monotone. It's a hit, RBI. She may as well have been getting a foot massage. I mean, she was just disengaged again. You know who was giving her a foot massage? Ginn struggled in the bottom of the fourth, though. Give him that. He walks Blade, and Blade reminded us most of the series that he could be on our team, right? I caught that. Stevenson almost hits one out, gave me the, that sound that comes out your butthole when one's heading for the fence and they're going like this. Anyway, Eugenio Suarez singles. He kills us today for first and second, but Ginn skates it. He had struggles, but I fooled you. He just skated out. The fifth, A's had a rally in the fifth, which was nice. Donovan Walton, he walks to open the inning, and Bullpen singles. I don't even know what to think of Bullpen. It's like sometimes he does well, but just slamming him in the ground. I don't know. Jay Willie follows. He has an RBI double. It's 3-0. Stoked. It's like, but I mean, I'm thinking about it. But at 3-0, I was thinking to myself, that ain't enough. It's not. It's PTSD for sure. It's the fan of me that's saying, yeah, that's great, but how is the rest of this season gone, man? It's just this Kotze bullpen sucks. They come out and immediately give up stuff. It's ungodly how often it happens. And I knew 3 runs wasn't going to hold up. It rarely does. With Ginn just returning from IL, I was kind of thinking it's a good time to pull him. He had some issues in the fourth. Remember, we were just talking about it. And you could see it coming. I was surprised they brought him out for the fifth because he's so quick to the pull on that. Understand I wasn't bent, though. But I figured he's just coming back from IL. I was actually expecting a semi-restricted pitch count of some sort. And the fact that he was struggling a little bit in the previous inning, maybe a good time to pull him in the fifth. But they didn't, and it cost them for sure. He walked Hector Rodriguez on 4 pitches. And, of course, it's another first that we're giving up because they're starting to post these all the time now. First major league walk for Hector. Congratulations, I guess. And 1 batter later, Matt McLean doubles, and he kills us today too. Ellie De La Cruz, 2 RBI single. Then there was a sac fly. And all just, I mean, just like that, 3-3, ruins what Ginn had set up. And that's where I have a problem is, and it happens today in today's game. Let me take a real quick peek at something. It happened in today's game. Yeah, with Barnett, it was like, all right, he's struggling. He gave up 2 home runs and 2 walks in the 4th. And he comes out for the 5th, and the man's a damn reliever, dude. What are you doing? But see, that's what I'm trying to say. There's a time, like there was a point where he could have pulled him, and it could have been 3-1. But like here, he kept him out a little bit too long, and Ellie De La Cruz made him pay. So it's tied, and in the 6th, both teams they traded 1, 2, 3 innings. Both had strikeouts. Ginn's only took 8 pitches, so he had a nice rebound inning considering the game had just been tied. So I can see where maybe they were hoping that was going to come out, but at this point it just seemed off. In the 7th, with 2 outs, Henry Bolte singles, and he steals second. Fantastic. Everybody knew it was going to happen too. And it was nice to see he beat it out. An errant throw on a Butler grounder to shortstop De La Cruz scores Bolte. So we're up 4-3. Brady Basso comes in the 7th. Ginn lasted those 6 innings. He scattered 5 hits, 3 earned, 2 walks, 5 Ks. That is a solid first game back off IL. I was a little worried he was going to be giving up a lot more than that. I was expecting him to get shelled. Anyway, Basso has a 1-2-3 inning in 11 pitches, and it's odd. The one dude shredding isn't given the 8th. He went 1-2-3 in 11 pitches, and I wanted him out there another inning. He's my favorite guy right now. And it wasn't Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny was in for 3 pitches in Wednesday's game, and he didn't come out either. It's just really odd when it seems like when people are doing well, it's like you think you'd use them a little more. But no, they use the ones that aren't doing well more. In the 8th, Yays go down 1-2-3 again, striking out twice, then melt down in the bottom of the 8th. Hogan Harris, Mr. Foot Traffic 2.0. Literally, he's one of the least trustworthy guys in there right now, and he's the one that I trusted the most. So what does he do? 2-0 count, walks De La Cruz. 3-0 count, walks Sal Stewart. Wild pitch, scores De La Cruz. Walk, wild pitch, and just like that, we're losing. We're down 5-4. And he's go get Elvis Alvarado. I am so sick of seeing that dude. He threw another wild pitch in this one. That was it, which is fine. But today he was a cluster F. A's made it interesting in the 9th, though, just like today, when Alika Williams and Bolte both singled in the top of the 9th. So we know typically what Butler does, and he kind of proves me wrong today. But what Butler usually does in the 9th is strike out. Always strikes out, except for today. I don't like him at leadoff because that extra at bat comes in the 9th, and just as history says, he strikes out most of the time. So that's why I didn't like it. He was moved out of the leadoff spot for the finale, he scored in the 9th. So in this game, Bolte was 3 for 4, McNeil was 2 for 4, but that was it. Another close loss on Wednesday. That sucks. 3-2. And it started off well, too. And it's funny. I'm not a fan of Butler leading off because he strikes out a lot in the 9th. But he homers here in the 1st. And I was just like, yeah, it's great at the beginning. But I'm talking about the last at bat is when he seems like he's mailing it in, I guess, maybe. But he hits this one. He bingers it. 107.9 off the bat is hard. And 415 feet is no joke. We're going to talk about something he does with that. later. Sodi walks with 1 out, but Hyman and McNeil, they both strike out on 3 pitches, like 6 pitches, and we're done with the inning. That kind of sucked. Jacob Lopez continues to have an improved season. We're going to talk a lot about him. He started the game Wednesday by striking out the side in the first. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. I just want to sit there and kind of relish that for a second. In the second, the A's at the plate, they went down 1, 2, 3 easily, 10 pitches. And this gets gnarly. It happens all through most of this game. Reds tied it up in their half of the second on a single by Noelvi Marte. And then there was an RBI single, Jose Trevino, and just like that, it was tied. But Lopez did mitigate the damage because he struck out. It was like strikeout, single, strikeout, RBI single, strikeout. That was 6 Ks after 2 innings. So we knew he was doing something special for him. Lopez was ahead 0-2 to 7 batters the first time through the lineup and 9 hitters through the first 3 innings. That translates into 8 strikeouts after 3 innings. He had 9 in the start. That's amazing. That's the Lopez we want. And that's who he's been for, I think, 4, 5 starts now. We're going to talk more about that. That's dope. In the third, at the plate, what did Days do? 1, 2, 3 inning. That's it. Another 1, 2, 3 inning. 3 up, 3 down. Lopez, he's out there right away. I think it was like 5.5 minutes he was back out there. He strikes out 2 more Reds in the third for the A's. He did allow De La Cruz a walk. De La Cruz stole second because he steals. Everybody steals on Heimer recently. So, but he didn't get any further than that. Into the fourth, Sodi walked again to open the fourth, and Tommy Tank singled. Come on, 2 on, no one out, but we can't bring them across. It's like we got to figure out a way. It's like, what's the approach? That's where I got to talk to Rob and Sam and Q, Andrew. These guys understand this stuff. A lot of these guys have played. A lot of these guys have coached. So they understand this stuff a lot more. But there's got to be a different approach when there's batters in scoring position that can at least move them over. I don't know what that is, tightening up. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments because I am curious. It was a 1, 2, 3 in the bottom half for Lopez, though, with another strikeout. He's just rolling along. We're like, who the hell is this dude? In the fifth, A's had a lot of quick innings, and this one was probably the quickest. They were up, 3 down, 1, 2, 3, 9 pitches, just 3.5 minutes, done. How are pitchers supposed to catch their breath? Now, maybe it helped him for a while, but the Reds did take the lead on a Matt McClain home run. It's a solo one. We gave up 4 solo home runs today. What the fuck? Ellie De La Cruz, he followed with a single 2. He was thrown out at second by Butler, which is rare. I usually let you know what happens with the scoring and what happens before, but not if something doesn't pan out. But Butler threw him out at second. It was actually a decent throw, bouncer. I think it was a bouncer. It's rare, considering how badly somebody tagged up from first in the last series, if I remember right, and got safe. They were safe. Butler couldn't throw him out from right. In the sixth, Sodi got on for the third time with 1 out, single. Jonah Heim hits an RBI double to tie the game at 2. And I'm thinking, you know what? This is just going to come down to just no mistakes, please, no mistakes. So Hayden Younger, he comes in the 6th. That means Lopez's day was done. And what a fine start. What a fine start. Take a sip really quick. 5 innings, 4 hits, just the solo, bomb, 2 earned, 1 walk. He had 9 Ks. I do believe that. I know it's a season high. I believe that's his career high too. Maybe. Should have looked it up. Lopez, he seems to have flipped a switch, and I'm going to give a shout out to my dude, Jeff Tarnow. He lives here in Sacramento as well. Big Ace fan. I see him a lot on the Facebook groups. And he made the connection. Yeah, Lopez seems to have flipped the switch since Scott Emerson left. His ERA is under 2 since Scott Emerson left. And I don't think that's a coinkydink. I don't think so. What do you guys think? I think whatever that guy had going with Lopez is gone. I really like what we're getting out of him. I hope it continues. But Younger, he gives up the lead right back, right off the bat. Just, our bullpen sucks ass. Back-to-back singles right off the bat. Sal Stewart, Dane Myers. I mean, he ruins the start for Lopez. I mean, the bullpen's horrible. Sack fly by Marte. It's a 3-2 lead. That's a ball game. Younger takes the loss. The rest of the game kind of rolls out. I kind of want to let you know how things rolled with this. Chubby Bunny comes in. That's Jose Suarez because we like Chubby Bunny. You can call him Swarzempic too. I've been calling him Swarzempic. And the only reason I can talk smack on that is because I got a belly too. I've got plenty of crunch berries from Captain Crunch in my belly. He boxed. He comes in and box. He gets a ground out to end it. But, I mean, he's in there just briefly. 3 pitches. That's it. Like, why is he in just 3 pitches? We're still in the game. It's still close. But the A's were just as bad at the plate. 1, 2, 3. 2 strikeouts because there's just no punch in this lineup. Today we strung a little thing together, and it was nice to see. But that's what now, the third in 4 series now, where we've had a really nice stretch like that, where we get 4 or 5 people aboard at the same time, one after the other. But like I said, Chubby Bunny only got 3 pitches, which means Scott Blewett came in. He took the 7th, and he went 1-2-3 with a K. Now, even though the relievers blew the series for us, every game blew it for us, there was a lot of 1-2-3 innings by A's pitchers that's uncharacteristic of us, and I'll give you the totals at the end. In the 8th, Butler, his late AB, the 8th can be written, so it shall be done. That's the Bible. That's a great book, by the way. I highly recommend it. It's the source, the Bible. But Butler's AB, strikeout, of course. All 3 strikes were looking. So as usual, it was like the uncompetitive late at bat. Now, he proves it wrong, but just because he did it today doesn't mean that isn't a valid habit. I'm calling it a habit. It was a trend. I think it's a habit. He strikes out way too much in the late 8th with 1 out or through into the 9th. We lose this game 3-2. And Butler, what does he do? Does he call another team meeting, do you think? Nah. But because he had a home run and he's feeling himself a little bit, he disregards that they lost, and he shouldn't be happy about anything, at least publicly as a member of the Athletics. He posted his freaking home run after the game on social media. Who self-glosses like that? I don't get it. Like, you're going to be glossed either way for the home run. But you have to start. I mean, come on, dude. I can understand why you're so sensitive. Come on, man. It kind of reminded me of when the Lakers. I'm a huge Lakers fan. If I could turn this thing around, you would see a giant wall of Lakers stuff. When the Lakers were on a 7-game losing streak back in 2015, and they beat Boston. I believe it was overtime. I'm not sure. They had this lame championship-like celebration. All these kind of nobodies for the. I mean, back then the Lakers were, they had Kobe and Powell, and then not much else. And they were celebrating, and Kobe was hurt, and he was pissed at how they were celebrating when they shouldn't be. And that's kind of what I feel coming from Butler. It's like, dude, very inappropriate time to be posting your own crap. That's showing individual accolades. Yes, it was your home run. Yes, it was dope. Yes, it was far. Yes, you hit it hard. It looked awesome. Come on, man, you lost. What'd you do the other 3 at bats? Should we look? Let's see. Ground out, strikeout, fly out. You know, why don't you post those? Why don't you post ground out, double play, pop out? I mean, come on, man. Focus. It was a 1-2-3 inning for the A's. They're 5th in 8 innings. Blew it. He had a great 1-2-3 in 8 pitches. He just traded 1-2-3s. 6 up, 6 down for Blewett with a strikeout. That's nice because, you know, he had a bad appearance against the Tigers. And so to come and clear 1-2-3 innings like that back to back, that's fantastic for him. A's go down 1-2-3 for the 6th time in the 9th. Pop out Heim and McNeil, and then Tommy tanked. He struck out. But it was basically another wasted good game by a starter, ruined by crap bullpen. A's had 7 1-2-3 innings at the plate over the first 2 games. But A's pitchers did turn in 8 1-2-3s of their own. The offense was horrible. So today, Thursday, the finale, early start, 9:40 game. You could feel the doom in the top of the first. Tommy White singles with 1 out. Heim hits into a double play. A's were done in 10 pitches. You could feel it already. A finale batting practice. Mason Barnett. Oh, it's just horrible. 2 pitches in, home run. First of 4 solo home runs. De La Cruz losing 1-0. And Dallas spent the entire first half of that inning talking about how bad it was. Hunter Green was on IL. And for those of you A's fans that don't know Hunter Green, is because he's not on the A's. He's a freaking Cincinnati Red. Dallas is an ass. He's like sitting there glossing. That's all he does is gloss. Bleday singles, but strike him out, throw him out, double play is pretty cool to mitigate damage there. A's in the second, of course, 1-2-3, 11 pitches. It's staggering how many of those we go over. Barnett has a good bounce back inning. He struck out the side, and that's twice in the series where they struck out the side. Lopez did start the game, his start, which was great. Barnett did it on 14 pitches, which is great. A's typical at the plate. I'm telling you, 1-2-3, 11 pitches. You could see the A's belly. It was so uncompetitive. At this point, it took, I put an asterisk, 31 pitches to retire the A's the first time through the lineup. That's bad. Barnett settled down pretty nicely. He had another 1-2-3 inning. He was done only in 8 pitches. So I believe that's 17 pitches. Back-to-backs. A's wake up in the 4th. Let's talk about it. Back-to-back singles. Henry Bolte. Tommy Tanks puts guys on 1st and 3rd with no outs. You know we're scoring. Heim walks. He loads him up. And Sodi, I was just going, Sodi always strikes out right here. He always strikes out and then makes it really hard to score anything. He has a 2-run RBI single. Freaking stoked. Up 2-1. I mean, I was like, okay, maybe we're destined today. Maybe we're going to get at least 1 win. Muncy singles, and Butler hits into the 90th, no lie, 90th double play. But we score 1 run, 3-1 lead, thanks to our team leader. But what do we do as a pitching staff? Of course, Barnett gives the runs right back. I'm not even kidding. Just home run of the first guy up. Sal Stewart, 3-2 lead still. 1 batter later, Tyler Stevenson, solo home run. We're tied. It's just like, he walks Eugenio Suarez. He walks Hector Rodriguez. He keeps it 3-3. But come on, this guy is a reliever. I don't care what he's destined to be or not. He's a reliever. It's great if you can get 5 innings out of him, but this man struggled in this inning. He gave up 3 runs, 2 home runs. He's given up 3 home runs in the game. He's walked a couple batters, managed to get out of that inning. They should have pulled him. Anyway, A's response in the 5th, all I got was a 1-out, pretty much a 1-out walk by FNG. That's fucking new guy. Jonathan Ornelas. He was left out there. And like I said, I felt 3 home runs, 2 last inning with 2 walks. You might want to pull Barnett, but they didn't. He hit the first batter he saw, Matt McClain, who steals on Heim, of course. Single Stewart. He walks Blade. It's bases loaded. It's like, why is he out there? Why is he out there? I mean, probably because of Bullpen's ass. But, I mean, come on. At least pull them when they're in success. It seems like, and I know I rail Katse on this kind of stuff, but literally, I feel like even if they're doing, as long as they're doing well, he will continue to ride them until they blow it. So all these guys who build these really good starts, like JT Ginn in the first game, it's like, good start, but he rides them until it's tied or they're losing. And that's not a way to run a program, in my opinion. Barnett, 4 1/3 inning, 5 hits, 5 earned, 3 bombs, 3 walks, 7 Ks. Alvarado comes in, walks in a run, walks in another run, 5-3. I mean, he threw ooze, I say, 7 straight balls. Like, it's total BS. Alvarado is just send him down, send him away. I don't want to see him for the rest of the year. I don't care. Throw anybody in there. Throw Cortez. I'm sick of seeing Alvarado because I know what's going to happen. Heim singles for the A's to open the 6th. Sodi strikes out looking, 3 pitches, couple pop-outs, and he's stranded. Basso has a 1-2-3-6 on 9 pitches. Basically, only Ornelas singles. He's left on first base. The A's are done in 10 pitches in the 7th. The FNG of the A's pitching staff, Seth Johnson, he finally got a stop or got an appearance. He fits right in. He gave up JJ Bleday's 20th home run, and that's 6-3. At the end, A's have their 10th 3-up, 3-down inning of this series. That's over a full game of just 3-up, 3-down. 10 innings. It's just a horrible way to handle your team. In the 9th, the A's get a run. Butler singles, takes second on a throwing error. Brian Serven, he hits a 2-run homer. It's fantastic. I was kind of like joking about him at the end on how, great, Brian Serven's there. He did well. It was a good swing. But as a team, check the stats. It's as ugly as it gets. It's the Red Sox again coming up. I mean, to think I got out of bed early for this crap. I mean, I'm sorry I throw this bad stuff at you guys. But you know what? We're going to see some light. We saw a little bit, not much in this series, but we're going to get there. That's all I got. Be excellent to each other. I'll be where I'm at. Peace.